Hello. I am going to show you the ins and outs of the OOV to alleviate pancake butt. Yes, you know what I mean. What happens when women go through menopause and we tend to flatten out our backside? That's no bueno. So, our psoas is pretty much part of the culprit to the problem. Our psoas, as we go through life, dehydrates. Our psoas is our system of proprioception. It innervates out of our spine and makes us know where our center of gravity is so we have balance for a lifetime. But when it gets dehydrated, that reception isn't so good. So I'm using, my friend, the OOV today. The OOV kind of overrides the psoas, so it doesn't have to do the work of all the other systems of the body, particularly our muscles and skeletal systems. So if you don't have one of these, you can sometimes prop yourself up using some bolsters or maybe even some rollers, half rollers, and try to simulate a position where you are generating some of this lumbar curve. You need strength in there. So I'm going to come to the absolute end of my OOV. I'm going to also use a yoga block. You could always use a little kind of play ball too. But you want to kind of make yourself all the way at the absolute end. So as you're coming and floating your head back, it's supportive. We love the OOV because it gives you space for shoulder movement as well as, again, giving you some low back positioning. So if we were to play with the movement of our hips first, just to evaluate where we are in our body, we definitely are more in an anterior tilt where these front of the hip bones are moving more forward. But you can also create a posterior tuck. But if you are on the OOV, you're going to notice that this starts getting really contracted, and we don't want that. We want our neck to really have not the support that holds our body upright for a lifetime. So taking some focused breaths in and maybe gliding from side to side is what is needed to kind of acclimate your spine on top of your OOV. And just notice if you're in the right place and if you can feel the grab-on sensation into your center of your body. And as you create that, see if you can kind of take those focus breaths and bring your hips to absorb the top of your OOV. And notice your feet, notice your footprints, maybe actively press your heels away and see if you can get more information, more of a suction cup feel of your lumbar backspace as well as the hip crest and gluteal and the hip rotators. So once you're there, let's have some neurological fun. So I'm going to take my block. I'm going to place it in between my knees, and I'm going to give that a squeeze. And I'm squeezing and pressing away as I'm actively on top, and maybe opening up the arms. And as I create that, I'm going to play catch. I'm going to feel the block. I'm going to extend the one leg out, but keep absolute contact with my hips on top. Maybe I'm going to open it up, see if I can press through my footprint, opening it up. Maybe the same side. Maybe you need little elbow prints. See where you're at. Always easier to opposite. Big time challenge, trying to get your body to stay on top. Let's try it the opposite side. So I'm going to play toss, maybe give it a little feedback of information in my rooted core line of my inner thighs as I press away. Take those focused breaths and then play catch. Add that reach and see if I can do the same side, same side. Add that reach, pushing in through my footprint, adding that extension. What side are we easier able to stay grounded and rooted? Can you tell? Can you tell in my body? Take that press. Open it up. Take that press. Squeeze, open it up. Wow. Lot challenge. I'm going to use my elbows to give me more feedback, and then even slower create that action. And as I do that, what happens in my low back space? What happens when I try to feed that energy out, especially when I'm same side, same side? Do I need to work smarter, slower to get that pathway to fire in the hole? Now it's working. So these are ways to help get you to have more curves in your body for a lifetime and to keep you upright, standing, tall, healthy, and strong. Namaste.